I want to ask you a tense question. Is it true? These are rumors that I've heard, like, on the socials, that you are dating Ulura.
What?
Flamo.
Yes, no, I know Ulura.
Yeah. Is that true?
Me?
Yeah.
Dating Ulura?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've heard the rumors. Don't ask me where I heard them. I'm coffee. I have ears all.
Nihlebapi? Tell me Nihlebapi, where are you shebering? Let me know because I will come for you, Edna.
Hey, it's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town. Khayelitsha Pasarona Machicho Mengla in a pole. South Africa, man. It's yet another special episode. And today, I have this special lady over here. I want you to introduce yourself. Because, I know you as Ntabi. But I'm sure there is another name somewhere there. ID name or something. Am I correct or not?
No, a whole ID name. Yes, there is.
Can you please introduce yourself to the people?
Okay, so my name is Candace Ntabi Nkomo. You can also call me Ntabi Umkhosakazi, and most people know me as just Ntabi.
Away. As yesterday, I was trying to prepare for my introduction because I'm bad when it comes to introductions. And I was like, I'm gonna ask her about Maga's tutor because
Please, no. Okay, guys, and because tutor Umkhosakazi is just to describe Lentiyobana. My name is Ntabeleng, a Sutu name. And Sutu there's no Sutu blood in me at all.
Where does that name come from, though?
My mom, Tandizing to my mom. That's all. Like, you're the
so is it an official name?
Yes, it's on my ID in Ntabeleng as my second name.
Then Candice is...
Candice is my first name, but I'm named Candice. So please tell her name is Ntabeleng.
Candy!
That's the exact reason why I don't like Candice. Because when comes Candy Floss, Candy can come. Yo, guys. One name. Yeah.
You know what? I was watching one of the episodes there to the previous one, the one with Urij. Shout out to everyone who watched that episode, man. It's growing. The YouTube channel is growing. Thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing. And Urij Partner said something about, like, he doesn't know why he is here, because he doesn't feel like he's like the artist that normally comes to the platform. And I'm sure the people watching at home are like, okay, what is Ntabeleng Ntabeleng is all about, What are you doing, Wena? Because now I was so interested in some of the things I saw on your platform, but I don't want to spill it out, Ngokwam. But can you please tell the people what you're all about?
Okay, so I'm kind of everywhere, all over me. So what I do is I am a student at UWC. I study become general, more on the industrial psychology side than the accounting side, and I'm an MC/host. I have my own YouTube channel called Hot Topics with Ntabi, and I'm on all social medias as Ntabi _Umkhosakazi. Trying to just grow my social media, on the influencer vibes type of thing. And I do some promoting for people. Yeah, and I do have 2 small businesses. One is COB Traders, where we sell these lashes, mink lashes. Guys, if you ever need yourself some black, beautiful looking mink lashes, magnetic, come to me. And then also there is a program, a youth public speaking program. We do it for young adults as well, called Speak to Inspire. It's for public speaking and coaching on speaking and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
You seem very interesting. I think my instincts were correct. I knew there was something about you. And I must tell you guys, you're probably wondering why am I wearing this t-shirt today. South Africa, the cricket South Africa is on the T20 World Cup, ICC World Cup, and I'm vouching for them, man. I'm a huge cricket fan, as some of you know, so make sure you watch them. They're playing today. Make sure you watch them at 12 p.m. man. As soon as this episode drops, they're also playing. So as soon as you finish watching this one, just go straight to the match, man. I want us to go like where it all began, because you just told me about your name, né? I want to know like about your upbringing before we can go into your creative side.
Okay, so I just want to say I didn't get the memo, guys. Yalende cricket, I did not get the memo, but again, I mean, this is quite colorful and South African-y vibes. So,
yeah. It actually reminds me of Imatiba shirts.
Okay, yomo. So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So my upbringing, it's quite a long story, that one, but I'll try to keep it short.
Yeah.
So I grew up at Khayelitsha with my mother. I think my parents were divorced by that time, and I did grade like pre-primary school, and grade R I did in Mitchell's Plain. And grade 1 as well. And then I went to, my mom was working as a domestic worker in Durbanville, and these very kind people decided to take me in as their third child, but also first child, because they didn't have children at the time. But once they had children, I became the third child.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, then I went to Kenridge Primary School from grade 2 up until the end of primary school, and had the opportunity to go to Rhenish Girls High School in Stellenbosch. And throughout those years, I stayed most of the time at my mother's work, and I stayed with them. In Stellenbosch, though, at Rhenish Girls High School, I got accepted into the hostel, so I was at the boarding school there most of the time. And yeah, then university, got accepted into UWC, and I stayed at a private accommodation in Bella, which was just opposite the train tracks by UWC. I
see, that's what I see.
Yes.
I have a lot of friends who live there.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So that's where I stayed. And then this year I'm staying back in Khayelitsha because of financial issues. So yeah, I'm back here in Khayelitsha, and I cannot say that I'm not happy. I'm really enjoying myself.
Before we can get to Khayelitsha and everything, I want to ask you this question. It just popped in my mind. Did you do home language English, or like us first additional language? Because like you grew up like in that vicinity.
I did home language.
Oh, you did a home language?
Yes.
And then okay.
Then first additional Afrikaans.
Afrikaans, okay.
Yeah, and then Xhosa was a choice whether I wanted to do it or not. I think we could choose between 3 subject choices. Yeah, and then I chose Xhosa, and then from grade 10 onwards, I didn't do Xhosa.
To everyone who thought I speak good English, moment English,
no, please.
It needs to be rehabilitated.
Just because I did home language, it's the same thing. Just because it is on Xhosa, guys, it doesn't mean by Xhosa I'm very good at. I'm like Xhosa light, guys. So please don't on puzzle. Like, don't. Hey.
Yeah. That's nice, man. That's nice. Tell me, and then moving to Khayelitsha, you kind of brief told me about his story, so move back in Khayelitsha. Tell me, or else like share to the people the story about you being threatened, not focusing in school, and then if you are not focusing, there was an ultimatum.
It is actually quite rough at the time, because I was genuinely threatened and hurt and confused. Like I was crying and just confused about Bomi. So let me fill you guys in. In high school, okay, so it was first in grade 6. The pressure was a lot to get into a good high school, so that it was basically to get into an all-girls high school. The pressure in grade 6 already, to get good marks, because that's when the high school start looking about report has to be everything. And I was like, I don't know how to do this because I'm not an A student, never have been, always just doing just what I have to do to move on. So it was that, but I had to now, kind of show myself a little bit in my schoolwork and academics. So my parents, I refer to them as my parents, yeah, my parents, they said I really have to push on, otherwise if I don't, then they're just gonna let go. Since it seems like I don't care about school, they're just gonna let go, and I'm going to go to the township, very scary place, going to learn there, and I'm gonna get robbed. I'm not gonna get a good education.
Not to go any further, I want to know usiswako UPN at that time, because I know you have a sister. You told me that you have a sister. So when you were leaving that side, UPN siswako, I think your sister is older than you, right?
Yes, she is 15 or 16 years older than me. Yeah.
Is that so? Like, is the gap that long?
Yeah. With all of my,
But you like buddies.
Yes, we are very
cute.
tight. I was the save the marriage kid. So yeah, that's what happened. With my sister, actually, it's quite funny because you talk about this quite often. How during primary school and high school, every time I was with Abelungu, I kind of got into this whole thing of I have to pretend now, I have to be this specific person, so I can't exactly associate myself with my mom and the township and my sister and all of that. It's just not going to make sense with the people that I'm surrounded with and my image, and also the people that I live with while I'm at school. So I was like, this is just it. This is the life I want. If I can kind of pretend that this is my situation, then it's okay. And that's how my sister and I's relationship was not good at all. Like, I still went home every now and then in high school, especially in high school. So in high school, every now and then I'd go home to township. And yeah, it was a bit like I was, the moody teenager, going through the hormones, the puberty, the yonke into, and my sister kind of was just like, okay, well, she's not even gonna try and have a relationship with me because I wasn't opening up to her in that sense. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna let you do your whole teenager thing, and then when you're ready, so yeah, and also because she saw that I was trying so hard to fit in with the people that I'm learning with, she was like, okay, you're gonna figure it out yourself, but I'm telling you right now that this is not who you are, this is not the situation you can force yourself to be in. Like, try and get out of wanting to fit in, and you can find your people. There are people that are in my situation where I learn. I'm just not looking for them in a sense, or I'm not allowing myself to be welcomed to their kind of energies and everything. So it be learned again, and my sister was there on the sidelines because I didn't allow her in. Yeah.
Like, I had friends from all over the world, who always had this impression about the hood, like getting robbed and stuff, the things that you were told. But in my situation, I wanted them to come and experience this lifestyle that I'm living. It's not how they describe it to be, you understand? And they actually fell in love with the township. Some of them, they stayed longer than I expected. And I even made a song about it, and the song converted into a short film.
Oh wow!
So you guys can check it out on my YouTube. One Night Stand is the name of the short film. Don't ask me why I named it like that. Actually, just to make it very quickly, the producer is a colored of that film, so she couldn't pronounce Tatindo Zako. It was supposed to call Tatindo Zako, but she couldn't pronounce it, so I had to change the name. So the closest name was One Night Stand. Yeah. But I want to ask you, like, when you got to the township, did it seem the way that it was described by your parents, or?
Yo, guys. And so Yika, no, yeah, a shop was just around the corner. And so Yika couldn't get out of the house. Every weekend I went back home. I couldn't. I was just like, my mom asked me to go to the shop. I literally did a short prayer every time. I went because I'm like, yo, God, Father God, please be with me. Angels surround me, please. And I'm just so annoyed that I let them get into my head so much and not experience it for myself and see actually how did my mom, how does my brother survive here? How does my sister survive here? How does everyone, all my friends, how do all of them survive here and live happily? God damn, I can't because no, there's this and this and this. And another thing that didn't help, my brother, Mrs. Scoli at the time, for the longest time was always getting into trouble, getting hurt, getting stabbed, this and this, gang stuff. It is just so London, like everything. I was like, oh, okay. So Khayelitsha Township, very dangerous. My brother Scoli, makes sense. Okay. So I was just like, not for me.
Didn't want to do it. Yeah.
But I think I was more welcoming to me and this is my life, you know. Only towards the end of last year, during December, then I saw the things. But also that helped with my relationship, because I was going to go back to that. My relationship with my sister, it started getting better in matric. Because I used to come back home a lot more often, because my mom used to send me messages, yo guys, a shame, or lady, Makoli, shout out, Makoli, yo, so when noba ungisandithanda nondithanda sana awuzi nondibona ngibuza nempilo ko WhatsApp noba haya ungumntana wami ngoku sana noba ungumntana wabo nto stop send so inqeni lento.
Your situation actually reminds me of sex education. Do you know sex education?
On Netflix.
Yeah. You know Maeve's mom.
Yeah.
So kind of that time with umntanakhe so lokho shout Maeve ba akanifuni ukuthi nomntanami ndondoni. And ku season 3 the baby is living with someone who adopted the baby. So there's that whole conflict about like hayi asengumntanami umphatha kahle napho all those things.
Exactly.
I can imagine your mom.
Yeah. It was a situation like that. And my sister as well, she was just like, yo, hi. Me, I don't enter and I'm not going to stress myself about it. To the point, actually, where I wasn't even speaking to Abelongune. Like, I went to them constantly, like every weekend. Every chance I got on the weekends to go to them, I'd go to them. But I wouldn't really speak to them. I was just in my own circle, in my own mode, like, you know. Because I didn't feel fully welcomed. But at the same time, I wanted that life. You know what I mean? So I kind of just allowed myself to be that horrible, miserable person as long as I could get the benefits. So that's why, that is another thing. I think it was in matric, yes. In matric, before finals, like what are they called? NC Dondons.
Yeah, NCS. No. NSC.
NSC, yes.
NSC.
So for those, before that, they were like, okay, listen, sat down the whole family. My mother and my sister came. The kids went out like to the mall. I was like, yo, this is serious, like serious
family
business.
Meeting.
Yay, family meeting. So I was like, okay, let me breathe because this is gonna be a lot. And I was like, okay. And they basically just told me about how I treat their house like a hotel. Come in, hi, thanks for fetching me. Come out, like stay in my room, do whatever. Come out for meal times. Don't really speak to them. Not really making an effort to have a relationship now. And then also with my academics, you know, I need to do better and this and this and this. Just don't get into like, and I was just like, yo. And you know when it's, because it was everything that I knew, but I didn't want to open up with them. It's difficult for me to open
and
up.
I was for 50% among
Ukubani.
That's mediocre.
Ukubani.
Good, it's a pass.
Yeah, you bought a lot. Just I was like, yo, okay. Like they didn't put that much, but it was into Yobana, okay, but actually pull up your socks because I mean, come on. I was like, okay, fine. And it was an emotional family meeting, but at the end of it, things were resolved, and that's when I think I realized, but okay, I need to actually start going to my mom more, having a relationship with my mom, and my sister and everything. So my sister and I's relationship went back onto like, okay, we're vibing now, we're vibing towards the end of matric, and during matric it was kind of warming up. Pardon. And she'd always tell me, she'd be like, yo, I remember the days I used to take you back to hostel on a Sunday, and you would just sit there, look out the window, not even say a single word to me, and I'd be like, yeah, no, I can't say your shame. She probably went through so much because she was really trying for a relationship with me, because she could see, but maybe I'm lost. Like, I need some kind of guidance. I need someone that I can talk to on that level. But I was just like, I'm not welcoming any of you guys in.
So, like, post everything, né? Like probably after matric you moved to Khayelitsha, and you got to Khayelitsha and you were slowly getting exposed to the lifestyle and some of the amazing things that Khayelitsha offers.
Yes.
Tell me, what are the first thing that grabbed you at Khayelitsha when you were like fully that side?
Okay, but fully, do you mean like I've been there for a while, I've experienced
like at least like
indoor and
yeah, like for some time.
Yeah. Wow, like that's a hectic question. Because I'm just thinking back now to what is it that was just like, wow. I think it's not a specific thing that happened or that I saw, but what wowed me was that like, you don't need to go all the way to Cape Town. You don't need to go all the way to other places. Right here, we're gonna make it happen. Like, all of these events, because with my sister and I being so close, I used to follow her to, not follow her, like I'd go with her to events and stuff. So that's when I got exposure, like, oh, okay, wow. My first event that I went with her to was an Advanced Academy event, and I was like, okay, let's do a short little cute vlog thing for her YouTube channel. Let's be cute, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we did, and I was like, wow, Khayelitsha, apa, like, I was very shocked. I was like, wow, no, there's no outside, like, and Abelungu came to Khayelitsha. That is another
for
thing.
the experience.
For the experience, for that event, and they're like, wow, it's so amazing to see what's going on. And I was like, brother, I feel you. Like, I was so shocked. And there's artists, there's kids like dancing, and just, I was literally gobsmacked and overwhelmed by the experience, and people cooking and like having proper like chef things, and like, okay, this is what I do. I cook. This is my menu list, and Yonke Lent, I'm just like, I had no idea that Khayelitsha is filled with so many creatives and people who are just hustling and really, like, you know, pushing to do things and get things done. So I think that's what shocked me the most.
So like the first time I saw you four-roomed, but I don't think it was the first time, but that close, I think it was the first time. I felt like you were an artist, like creative. I could put you there, I understand, but I didn't know exactly what you did until I started following you. But at some point, I think you were already on my Facebook. I'm not sure. I think you were already on my Facebook. But when I saw the hot topics, I was like, yeah, this is what it is. Tell me about the hot topics. Like, how did they come about?
So the hot topics. Oh, I need to think about how that came about.
Is it coming from the vlogs?
My sister has a YouTube channel there. She speaks about business, entrepreneurship, young girls, and just advice in general. My sister and I, we like to do this thing every time I'm about to go to sleep, because I stay in like a mini flat, or kind of more like a room, but it's a lane going. So we do this thing every time I'm about to sleep, okay, it's getting late. We just sit and think of ideas, and like, yes, I would love to do this presenting thing, you know, don't if we're watching like what's it on? Like that massive music stuff. and I think it's on channel O. Yeah, so if we're watching channel O and then that pops up and then you're just like, oh, that's so interesting. I'm like, yes, I'd love to do something like that. And we're always analyzing, okay, so Apa Nobia, like maybe she's hearing them, that's why she knows when to turn like different angles. So I'm like just analyzing Yonke Land. I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. How does she know like what she needs to say? Like she's so prepared and then and I was like, oh, I'd love to do something like this, guys, because I love music and entertainment. And my sister's like, then have your own show that talks about anything entertainment, like nobody indoni, as long as it's something interesting to you. If it's hot, nobody indoni, like literally just focus on entertainment as a whole, so that ungas faki gone or in a certain category. So I was like, okay, maybe I should do that. And then I was thinking of names. I was like, okay, let's try this. And then yeah, and I saw, because that was the time International Gubevu just released. I think they just released, and Bob Mabena's album also just released, and Younger Chief was having that song Doni Nad was upcoming. So I was like, okay, this is content right here, let me try it and check it out.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was like, we had that conversation there, it was around 11, 12. Did I not go back to my room and start recording at 1 o'clock?
I was about to ask you the first one.
At 1 o'clock. And I was tired because I was already on 4 hours of sleep from the previous night. I'm not sure. 4 hours of sleep, I think. I was so tired, but I was like, I'm so excited to do this. So I'm going to do it right now. Like, I'm not wasting any time.
Same time.
So, yeah, and I was like, okay, we're calling it Hot Topics with Ntabi. I think I got the name Hot Topics from my sister. So I was like, okay, cool, Hot Topics. Then from 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock, I was recording throughout, because I kept on making mistakes because I was getting tired. Now it was getting to me. I was like, but I'm not stopping. No.
Until you get it.
Exactly. So it'll be long, okay. And then after releasing Hot Topics episode 1, these guys approached me and they said, we have got camera equipment or video equipment. You don't get into the equipment that I'll need for a proper show. We would love to partner with you. It's really cool. We're seeing what you're doing. It's really cool. It's like, okay,
great opportunity.
Great opportunity.
Yeah.
So I was like, thank you. Let's operate. And then we did our second episode. It was actually a rehearsal, but we just operated it anyway because we're busy. So that was the one on Blue K, and that was like all proper, and I felt quite cool because I was like, oh my gosh, like the whole camera thing, the whole the
lapels. I saw the lapels. I was like,
I'm like, this
from the second episode, she's already.
I was like, feeling quite important. But then some things happened, and I went back to my roots with the phone. And that's when I did the third episode with Umoja, interviewing Umoja and Eslola. So he actually approached me after seeing the second one. And with the second episode, Blue K subscribed to my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Blue Kitty Records, they
they
followed me channel, and they liked, the things. I was like, the support, wow, thank you so much. And then they actually posted, Blue K Records, they actually posted my video, and they were like, hashtag L2K out now. Thank you so much, Ntabi Mkosakazi, for such a great intro or whatever to the EP. And I was like, oh, wow, I feel so honored. And that's when Umoja came to me and he was like, Sissy, interview yako. If you do interviews, can I please be interviewed? And I was like, let's do it. Let's operate.
Why not?
Because sorry.
That's okay.
Because another thing is, I wanted to do interviews, but later on, because I thought I'd have to approach people now for interviews stuff. So I was like, for right now, let me just speak about things that are going on in the entertainment industry. And then he approached me. I was like, okay, let's operate. Let's do an interview. My first time interviewing someone, and I was quite excited. I was like, okay, so we're gonna do it like this and this and this and this, and that's how it's gonna be. Like, I'm really excited. And then after releasing that episode 3, 2 people came up to me and they were like, oh, Sissy, tell me more about your channel. Like, I'd love to get to, like, be interviewed as well. And there's this one guy, I'm going to interview him. We just need to work out with dates and everything. They seem to be upcoming artists as well around the Khayelitsha. And what I've decided to do, not like decided only now only, but I was saying, like, in Khayelitsha there are so many people out there. And another thing that made me notice or realize, there's so many people out there who want exposure but don't get it, was the Cape Town thing, I don't know how you say it, that event that was hosted by Sipho, Umsai and Utando, for anyone who is an artist or in the entertainment industry and wants to connect and network. You know, he had that wind down situation there at Forum.
Yeah.
I was like, and there were, the amount of people that were there, it's shocking. When I arrived, I was like, okay, social anxiety. It's not like, it's actually, okay, I don't want to be here, it's fine, you know, it was a great idea, you know, thinking about it, but, you know. But anyways, I went in and she was like, yay, get inside. I was like, fine, okay. And I went in, it was awesome, like, just to see so many youth, and I don't know, it was just, I love seeing youth, and then I also love seeing people, like, working together, and in like youth and as black people, like, working together, and Sibamba and Sandla, like Sibamba and Sandla, you know what I mean? Like, I love that. Like, it's just so heartwarming.
Oh yeah.
It's a heartwarming feeling, for real.
I actually want to ask you a very tense question. Is it true? These are rumors that I've heard, like, on the socials, that you are dating Ulura.
What? Yes, no, I know Lura.
Yeah. Is that true?
Me?
Yeah.
Dating Lura?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've heard the rumors. Don't ask me where I heard them. I'm coffee. I have ears all.
Nihlebapi? Tell me, Nihlebapi, where are you shebering? Let me know, because I will come for you, Edna.
Clarify it now. Like,
I'm not going to clarify anything.
Okay.
Klebani, and Saz, I will not give you what you want. Klebani, got that.
Oh, yeah.
I am shocked.
Oh, yeah. I want to play a quick game with you, ne? I'm going to throw in names, and then you're going to tell me what comes in mind when you hear that name.
Yeah, okay.
Ne?
But I suck at names. I hope it's people that I, like, know their names, like, proper.
Yeah, for sure. It's things and people. Okay, let's start with the easiest ones. Let's break it nicely. Khayelitsha.
Yo. I actually immediately thought the Siki's Coffee Cafe, but that's what I thought.
Oh yeah. Bravo. Leroux. Let me finish it off.
If you say Bravo, we all know this.
Yeah.
Yo. I don't know what I think of. It's Dwadla. Yo, because I'm Dwadla. Yo, that guy is Dwadla.
Away.
Yeah.
Rand's Cape Town? Telanum Shy.
Yeah, that's
Away.
literally like.
Away. I want you to know, man, like, what are your ambitions with Hot Topics? I know, like, it came in a different way where you got to interview people. What are some of the names that you feel like, oh, if I could get this person on my platform, I feel like it's gonna be a vibe?
I haven't actually thought of that. Like, I genuinely haven't thought of that. I'm kind of going with the process with this one. Because with most of the things that I do, I'm like, okay, this is where I see myself, like, and I want this artist and that kind of thing. But with this one, I'm kind of just like letting the process go as it is. And I think over time, I will then be like, okay, actually, this is who I want to be on here. And then I'll approach them. But because I was saying that their interviews, I didn't even think I'd be getting to interviews as of right now. I thought I'd just be talking, and then after a while I'll be like, okay, interviews, let me start approaching people, and then I'd have by that time already I'll have a list of people that I want. But yeah, I'm just letting the process be and just going step by step and seeing where things take me.
Now, when are you inviting me?
Yo, we can talk. Let us talk.
There's Trelela. There's Trelela.
Come along.
Live
more
on
than
camera.
welcome.
Am I welcome?
Yeah, when you were talking, actually, I was like, actually, yes. That's can do fight hot topics actually.
Because like I'm always sitting on this seat, go and like in events I'm always asking people,
I shall ask you.
Yeah, like I wanna ask you like what are some of the things that you do Ngoku besides the hot topics and like being on school?
Okay, so it is my eyelashes business, or small business, cosmetics and everything. With my sister, it's called CRB Traders, and there's a non-profit company that I'm a part of as well, called CCPSA. We take care of companies' social responsibility projects and everything. And right now we're busy distributing She Power menstrual cups to schools for girls who are on their periods and everything, for schools who can't or would benefit from, instead of buying pads every single month, because these things can last for 10 years. So we're trying to get them more out there for these schools and for girls to also help them. Yeah, otherwise I'm just thinking of things to do, like funny content. Like I still have 2 videos waiting for me, and I'm always entering like these competitions. I just won a Dollar Creatives competition, which I'm doing.
I saw your post.
And the Stumble Pops, the dancing one, yeah, also won that one. So yeah, I'm just really creating content. But when I say creating content, it sounds so serious. I'm like, creating content. But no, it's just silly things, man. Like, if I feel like doing a funny video, I'm gonna do it just because it's something that I enjoy, and it may not have a direction in YouTube, but it's part of me. It's my personality, and I want to show that to people as well. And I don't want to be depicted as someone who's always very serious or doing this and this. I want people to see the fun part of me, the outgoing part of me, that kind of thing. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great, man. I feel like I feel very special, and the Black Couch podcast is so special to have you, because trust me, guys, within months, I'm not gonna say years, months, Hot Topics is gonna be the bomb. She is gonna be like
candles down below.
I feel like you're gonna be a household name, like yourself, like. I was talking earlier on about Uncle Vinny and how they came about and how people embrace him.
Yes.
Even where he comes from, like Pretoria,
yeah,
like they embrace how he does everything. He's not necessarily in the front stage emceeing Etula and stuff, but he has a role that he plays and he makes things popular.
Yeah.
You understand? I feel like
you're
gonna
be influencer.
Yeah, you're gonna be that type of person whereby like people trust you with their art. You understand? If I have a new song, I know for sure I have to talk to Ntabi to put it on the Hot Topics.
And there's actually someone who has already pushed me like that, so quite excited. And what you're saying, it's already like it's a sizzlish, it's like warming up to be Lendita time. So that's crazy. Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Now all the best, man. All the best towards whatever you are trying to accomplish, and may the Lord give you more strength, because Lendo Senzayo, this thing that you're doing is really hard, man. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, but we make it look easy, of course.
Of course.
Natural. What would you like to say to the people watching out there, listening and watching this thing right now?
Don't ever have your jealousy and trying to be in competition with other people. Know value yako and shine with that value, and you will grow with other people, and you're not gonna grow on top of them. Like, it's not a competition. Compete with yourself and your old self and what you want to improve with yourself. Don't include other people in into yako and bound bani wena type of thing. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Love yourself, cherish yourself and take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's powerful, man. You heard it from her, man. I'm so blessed to have her in the platform again, as I've said, man. But I'm super, super blessed. Thank you to everyone who's been watching this episode until this moment. It means that you are true mayhammer and you are too patient for me. And thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to the YouTube channel. Whatever we're doing here, we're going to finish it off on her platform because chill on camera, so people are my witnesses that you said it on camera that you're gonna invite me. So we're gonna catch up again on her platform. Yeah, man, thank you so much. It's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town. Barcelona, South Africa, man. We're out.